After Nationals, I can relax a little bit now. You know, there's not as much pressure on these races, but it's still nice to come out and, you know, my aim was to come out and, you know, run fast tonight.
No Rob Matstone, did that take a little bit of pressure off?
I don't know. I really look forward to racing Rob tonight, and anyone really. You know, I just think I need the racing, and I think it's doing me good.
It's all coming together nicely for you now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's been a while, you know, but I just feel comfortable with things now. You know, I think, you know, I got the monkey off my back last weekend with that, you know, going into that 200 and having a win, and you know that's really helped my confidence. You know, sprinting's a big confidence game and helps a hell of a lot.
Well done tonight.
Thanks, mate.
Competitive event, and the time there for Capobianco, 10.40 in front of Nala2 and Whitney. Stalai not far away as we run down the list. So not a bad time for Kappa, just not really slick at the moment at 100. Now the 400, there's a field of 9 here. In lane 1, Cameron Brownjohn. In 2, Simon Atkin, who was actually disqualified after the final of the Nationals. In 3, Shaun Farrell, the New Zealander. 4, Jamie Baulch, who's the Australian champion. He won the championship. 5, Paul Greene. 6, Anthony Ryan. 7, Cameron Mackenzie. Didn't make the final in Sydney. 8, Lewis Rangott, who made some inroads. And 9, Adrian McLeod. Favourite here will be Jamie Baulch on the strength of that run, Melinda and David in Sydney. But I think Greene does get a chance here, David, to have a crack at him.
I think so. I think the thing in Greene's favour here is that just one run, of course, went very well in the heat in Sydney, but I think he having to run heat and final really affected him there. So on the strength of his run in Melbourne, Greene, where he was super impressive, he ran 45.54, just outside his best. Baulch, of course, in Sydney, 45.71. So it's going to be a good race, but I think Greene will be very keen to bounce back after that defeat at the Nationals.
There's Paul Greene, who's down to run in the 200 metres later tonight. He's been a Commonwealth finalist at 200 and 400 metres. 200 back in 1990 and 400 in Canada a year and a half ago. There's his personal best time, but he got very close to that, as David said, in Melbourne. And a chance here to break through again. Good crowd here tonight. It's a very intimate stadium. First time I've been here. I really like it, Melinda. I think it's a tremendous venue for fast times and some competitive athletics.
Yes, it looks that way, Bruce. You know, this used to be the warm-up track, and now it's been converted to a main stadium, and it's got a lovely atmosphere because there's, you know, people all around the track, and that is really important. It's really not so much the numbers, but it's the atmosphere, and it's great tonight.
It's very European. You can see the people in the background there behind Jamie Baulch. That's the VIP area. They're right down on the track. So for those lucky enough to be sipping the beers and the Chardonnays, they've got a fantastic view of these athletes, but very much in the European style, as Baulch has just introduced to the crowd.
Standards here for the Olympics, and the team will be announced tomorrow with, I guess, some additions and maybe even some subtractions before we get to Atlanta. 45.45 is the AA standard. Nobody's got that, but Greene, Michael Joubert and Mark Ladbroke have all got the A standard of 45.84, so I still see this as a possibility for Greene to improve his best time ever and to get that AA standard.
I think also, Bruce, that relay spots are up for grabs here. Cameron Mackenzie and Anthony Ryan are vying for those relay positions, so an impressive performance here tonight. The selectors certainly have the opportunity to add people from tonight's meet, so big opportunity for Anthony Ryan and the Victorian Cameron Mackenzie.
Yes, it's also interesting here tonight because Mark Ladbroke, who was the first Australian over the line last week in the 400 metres, is not running tonight and is running the 200. So he must think that he has a spot cemented, and he wants to try out a PB in the 2 tonight.
And he did run well also in the 200 in Sydney, being placed there, so he's come to form quite brilliantly. What will Baulch do here, David? We saw him in Melbourne go out so quickly and then tie up, and then in Sydney he held back and ran a very well judged race. In fact, ran over the top of Ladbroke. I
think he'll run an even race. That was what he struggled to do early in the season, certainly in Sydney at the Grand Prix meeting, and also in Hobart. So I think you'll find he'll run a very even race here, save a little bit up his sleeve for the straight.
He's a 22-year-old from Britain, so he'll hopefully be in Atlanta. The British team, their trials are in Birmingham later this year. Pretty cutthroat to their trials, not quite like the Americans, 1, 2, 3, but normally it's 1 and 2 automatically in, so a lot of depth in British 400-metre running. There he is, But we're hoping here that he has his colours lowered by Greene. They're in the middle lanes. Greene got out fast. Baulch can sit on him from that lane. As we go through the field from outside in, McLeod, Rangott, out fast Mackenzie, then Ryan, Greene, Baulch. Then came Farrell, Atkin and Brownjohn. You can see the big two though at halfway. Greene probably just in front of Baulch as we go to the outside lanes. Ryan coming out after Mackenzie. Baulch now to make his move on Greene and Ryan at 130. Ryan goes up and joins Mackenzie. Greene still back a fair way. Baulch starting to come home strongly. Can Greene go with him? They're both going up to Ryan. Baulch just shading Greene, Ryan and Mackenzie. Greene can't get to Baulch. Baulch is coming right away. He's in very good form and 45.67. He's getting quicker. Greene second, Ryan third.
Great run from Jamie Baulch. Disappointing there again from Paul Greene. Obviously he peaked around the time of the Melbourne meet to run that great 400 time there. But all honours to Jamie Baulch, the Flying Pineapple from Wales. Another victory.
Yeah, it's great. Jamie has just been so happy with his form. I mean, they've come over here with Colin Jackson and his group for 3 months to train, which probably isn't overly easy, you know, staying in one place. But he's been training well and he's keep on bringing his times down. So, you know, speaking to him the other night, and he was saying things were looking good for overseas.
Okay, let's go down and join Terry Kennedy as we see Paul Greene really striving there in second place behind Jamie Baulch. He's worked home not too badly, Greene. He just didn't have that real sparkle again tonight. Baulch the winner, but Greene second, and he's now with Terry Kennedy. Terry.
Well, Paul Greene, Bruce McAvaney says, just not quite that normal sparkle there in the straight.
Yeah, out of the while back, I guess I must have been racing too much or something. But get it back, I hope.
It has been a long, hard domestic season, really. The quality's been up there.
Yeah, well, I started out doing 2s and 4s. This is only my 4th 400 of the season. It's a long way to go to Atlanta though. So hoping tomorrow make the team and can start training towards that.
Maybe a restless night's sleep, or you're pretty confident?
Yeah, it'll be a restless night's sleep, I think. Just got to hope for the best. You know, I haven't been in bad form. I haven't been as good a form as I'd like to be, but I'm pretty happy with my form so far this season, and I know I've got room to improve.
Look forward to Atlanta, Paul Greene.
Thanks very much.